Hello, manifestors. Let's talk about a subject that is very needed one more time. My name is Sylviane. I am a manifesting coach. All the links that you need for coaching and many other things are down below this video in the description box. If you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and comment and like the video. This helps the channel and this video to be seen by more people because, as you know, I always discuss topics that are so needed indeed in this community. And how do I know it? Because I'm asked the same questions over and over, and I see some patterns that you guys have that I want to discuss in this video and overall in this channel. So be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. You won't be disappointed. So what I want to discuss today is when. When does your manifestation happen? I have made videos about this topic before, but repetition is key, right? So, when does your manifestation happen? When do you think that it happens? Most of you would say, well, obviously, my manifestation happens when I see it, right? When I can see it and touch it and smell it, when it's part of my 3D experience. But this is wrong. This is not when your manifestation happens. And if you are struggling with your manifestations right now, it's probably because you were under this erroneous assumption. When does your manifestation happen? It happens when you create it in your imagination. Why? Because imagination is God. 3D is a shadow. Nothing happens, nothing manifests in the 3D. Things in the 3D only reflect. It reflects, reflects, reflects. It doesn't happen as in it's not created there. So your manifestation happens when you imagine that it is yours. I've said that several times before, and I know if you have been my clients or a member in my group, my coaching group, you've heard that probably more than once. Why? Not because I love to repeat myself, but because I know it's needed and I repeat it when it is needed. I remember very, very well when I manifested my specific person. It was a July afternoon when I created the assumption and the feelings that go with it that my man, who wasn't my man back then, right? Not yet in the 3D, but I created the assumption that this man was mine, that we were going to be in a relationship. And by the way, verb tense here don't even matter. Yes, I remember in my mind I said we will be, but it might as well be we are, because it was as strong as we are. I knew that we were going to be in a relationship. In that moment, that's when I created the fact that reflected 2 months later. I did not manifest my SP late September. I manifested him late July. That's when it happened, because I remember how I felt. I really felt that I had planted the seed. I felt what Neville calls that euphoria feeling. That euphoria feeling is a feeling of excitement, contentment, happiness. But it's not something that makes you jump up and down necessarily. It's just the same excitement as when you know you are going to get a gift that you've been waiting for a long time. This type of excitement. Or you know that something that you've been wanting for a long time is about to happen. Or you know that you are going to see a person that you haven't seen for many, many months or maybe years. That type of excitement. I felt that euphoria feeling because I had planted the seed. And I know for a fact, and when I speak from experience, my own and that of other people that I know. I never speak out of theories, right? So from experience, that late afternoon of July, I had planted the seed. I had created the assumption that I was going to be in a relationship with a man who was still pretty much a stranger at the time. But I knew it. I knew I planted the seed. I fully assumed the feeling that we were going to be in a relationship. And then right after that, following that, I felt that euphoria feeling. Then 2 months later, it reflected. So I think that maybe, just maybe, you should stop using the word manifesting when it appears in the 3D. Because when you say, I manifested something, only when you see it, when it's right here in your 3D, you unconsciously create the belief that's when it is manifested. When whatever it is that you are seeing in your 3D right now was manifested prior, days, weeks, months, and sometimes years prior. It does not manifest when you see it or touch it. It manifests when you imagine it. Whatever it is that you are manifesting or that you have manifested, rather, was manifested prior. When you see it, it's just the reflection of your prior manifestation. It's really super important that you understand this, because if you understand this, it's going to change your life. When you understand this, you will stop asking, when is my manifestation happening? When will it happen? And you will even stop asking questions such as, if I do this or if I do that, will my manifestation happen faster? No, because your manifestation is already done. It's already created, as it were. And it was the moment you assumed that it was so, or the moment you imagined that it was so. So stop wondering ever again, when is your manifestation coming? It has already been created. When you see it, it's when it reflects. It will reflect. And really, if you understand this, it will also help you to build your faith. Instead of wondering how many things, how many techniques you have to do to manifest, once you have planted the seed, that's when you manifest. And by law, it will reflect. So if you have assumed, if you have imagined, if you know that it's done, you don't ever have to ask if you should do anything else to manifest, because the manifestation has already happened. When you see it, when you touch it, when you smell it, It's when it reflects. When your manifestation that was done there reflects here. You get that? If you get that, it will change your life and you will know from now on when your manifestation happens. Thank you for watching, guys. Again, please subscribe, like, and comment. I love to read your comments and answer your questions. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.